Ladies and gentlemen and everyone in between, welcome to the Half-Assed Guide to Blood, brought to you by Spaghetti Kozak Media and Heavy Industries, LLC. Now, some of you have probably heard that Blood is a very difficult game, if not the most difficult game of the build engine from the 1990s. While there is no doubt that Blood is a hard game, if you follow all the simple tips in this newsreel, you too will be able to lick your enemies and lick them well. Now, the first step you'll want to take before starting the game is to get acquainted with your quick save and quick load keys. If you are playing Blood Fresh Supply, which you can find on Steam for a price so low it's practically thievery, those keys will be your F2 and F3 keys. You'll notice that they are located conveniently next to one another, just above your main movement keys. So easy, even a child can do it. Now, as you start the first level of the first episode, your first order of business is to get out of this grave. And you can achieve that by jumping using a spacebar. Next, you'll want to pick up these flares. But the most important item in the room is this crate of TNT. Now, normally they say don't go rushing into a battle in Blood, otherwise you'll get cut down in a hail of buckshot and Tommy gun rounds. However, once you get good enough at the game, you could go YOLOing around just like this. You're faster than these zombies, and as long as you don't get cornered, there's very little harm they can do. Ordinarily, this fellow with a shotgun could be a problem. Normally, you'd want to entice this buffoon into blowing himself up with his own bundle of TNT on this metal gate. However, as you can see here, the player is so proficient at Blood that this cowardly cultist is actively running away in fear for his life, as he should be. Now the player picks up the flare gun. Unfortunately, it can be a bit unreliable, so make sure you always have a good clear line of sight before firing at an enemy. Also, bear in mind that at higher difficulty levels, it'll take more than one flare to kill a zombie. And at the highest difficulty level, even a cultist can survive a single flare. So be sure to use 2 flares, or a combination of flares and pitchforking, to set your enemies alight. Now I know what you might be thinking. Golly, you sure have a lot of zombies following you right now. But thanks to the modern miracle of TNT, we can easily clear that problem up in a flash. Literally. And just look at those zombies fly. Naturally, to use TNT effectively, you must master the art of throwing it. If you toss the TNT too long or too short, your enemies will miss the fireworks. Tossing bundles of TNT around corners is a critical skill in a game of Blood. Of course, at times, TNT can be in short supply. That's why the best Blood players will often get the enemy to blow up themselves or each other. Remember, anytime you get your enemies to kill themselves, you're saving your ammunition. And in this game, you'll need it. One nice feature of Blood is that you can often tackle the levels in different ways. Here, the player takes a shortcut to grab this doctor's bag because he's taken so much damage. Rats can be quite a nuisance, but also a waste of ammunition. So if you can, stick them with your pitchfork, or simply blast them into smithereens with your TNT. Haha! Looks like old Jimmy won't have any more problems with these dirty rats. Now, this would be a good time to point out that if you are an extremely lucky fellow or gal, one of the cultists in the first level may drop a shotgun for you, thus giving you an actual firearm. However, it is far more likely that Lady Luck will not smile on you, and you'll have to go through the entire first level with nothing but your pitchfork, flare gun, bundles of TNT, and of course your moxie. If you're feeling particularly brave, and you have the health and TNT to spare, you can jump through this false wall to find a napalm launcher. This spicy meatball certainly packs a wallop. And there you have it, the first level of Blood. Tune in next time when we handle the next level, wrong side of the tracks. And as you can see here, it's going to get bloody. Thanks to all who watched this educational newsreel. We hope you found it very informative. If so, please click like and subscribe. And if you want to support Spaghetti Kozak Media and Heavy Industries, LLC, see the description below this newsreel, where you will find a link to our Patreon page. Till then, keep your TNT dry.